Hi, welcome to BPSTIL Bites. I'm here with Chef Natalie. My name is Hallie Santignan. Can you run us through what we're going to be making today?
Today we're going to be making a sauteed chicken, and on the side we're going to have a mushroom sauce over fresh egg pasta.
All right, what's our first step that we got to do?
First thing we're going to do is start putting all the ingredients for the fresh egg pasta in the Robocoo.
Can you tell me what ingredients you're putting in there?
First we're going to start with flour.
Okay.
And 3 eggs.
Now, why are you putting them in that pan instead of just putting them straight in there?
Because sometimes when you crack open the eggs, there could be something like the eggs aren't fertilized or shells could get into it. So we crack it into other eggs before we put it directly in the flour, so that just to prevent any of that.
Nothing nasty in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then we're gonna put a little bit of oil in there.
There we go.
That'd be helpful that it was on.
All right, how long are we doing that for?
So that's gonna blend and it's gonna come out looking kind of like sand.
Okay.
Then that'll settle, and then if it's too dry, we'll just add a little bit of water.
All right.
And then we'll take it out and we'll knead it for about 5 minutes.
All right.
So. And it seems to be pretty good, so.
All right. It's like breadcrumbs. All right, so now you're just kneading it?
Yes, I'm gonna get it all together.
Okay.
Because it's, like I said, it's like sand, so.
Like a day at the beach.
Yeah. And I try to get it together in the pot so that, I mean, it prevents messes.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be messy.
Yeah.
So. And see, now it sticks together better.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to actually make a ball out of it.
All right. So what's our goal here? What are we doing with this?
Once we get it rolled up and kneaded a little bit, we're gonna let it rest. And once it's rested, we'll roll it out into pasta.
Gotcha.
And then we're gonna set it aside and let it rest for a bit.
Will it rise at all, or is it just gonna?
No, it's not really gonna rise. There's no yeast in it.
Okay.
But we'll just set this aside for now.
So right now, we're about to get all the ingredients set up to get the chicken ready. So we're gonna take a short break and we'll see you right back here on BPSTIL Bites.
Hey Paul, you've been totally drab lately.
I know, I've been feeling kind of totally untubular.
I know just what you need. The Wonder Stick.
The Wonder Stick? The Wonder Stick. The Wonder Stick is a multi-purpose tool made to make your life easier. The Wonder Stick can do just about anything. You can clean with it. You can dance with it. You can even listen to music with it. The Wonder Stick is made out of completely natural materials. It is 100% organic. For every Wonder Stick bought, we will cut down a tree. But that's not even the best part. If you order right now, yes, right now, we'll throw in the Wonder Stick Extreme for free. With the added $57 shipping and handling fee, the Wonder Stick Extreme is more extreme than the Wonder Stick. Yes, it contains a plethora of added gadgets and doodads. The Wonder Stick Extreme can break into any room. And it can get you out of that relationship you've been dying to get out of.
They're breaking up with me via Wonder Stick?
Wow, I'm gonna buy a Wonder Stick right now.
I'm gonna order my 7th one.
The Wonder Stick and the Wonder Stick Extreme are packaged at a value of $15, but they can be yours for a small price of $109.99. Order now! Please notify your doctor before using the Wonder Stick. The Wonder Stick may cause nausea, fatigue, diarrhea, glaucoma, splinters, and split personality disorder. If any of these symptoms occur, the Wonder Stick may not be right for you. Order now!
Welcome back to BPSTIL Bites. I'm here with Chef Natalie. What we just did, we just finished completing our pasta. It's resting right now, and now we're gonna get into making the chicken. So explain what we're doing with the chicken.
The chicken we're gonna do very simple. I already have some oil in the pan.
Just olive oil?
Just olive oil. We're gonna take the chicken and kind of get it in there and roll it around in the oil so that any seasonings that we put on it, which is we're just gonna put salt and pepper,
Okay.
are gonna stick better.
All right.
And we're gonna season the top. Would help if I took this off.
So right now she's just putting some sea salt on it right now.
Yeah, just some salt. We're gonna flip them and do the same thing.
Okay. Take the cap off.
Oops.
Now she's just seasoning it with some pepper. All right.
And now we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes.
All right, we're gonna take another break. We'll see you right back here at BPSTIL Bites.
I joined Carpentry to get it as a good skill and also be able to put it on my resume so it would help me get a better high-paying job.
Well, when I first, took this class, I really didn't expect I was gonna have so much fun. So I was just over here just trying new things. And then once I got to meet Mr. Shinya and he helped me build other stuff, it made me enjoy it more. I really like it, and I want to have a career in carpentry.
We want them to know how to use the tools correctly and for the rest of their lives. Instead of calling a carpenter to fix something, they could fix it themselves, or maybe they could become part of a carpentry team in the real world and make a good living.
All right, we're back for BPSTIL Bites. I'm here again with Chef Natalie, and tell us what we're doing now.
We're gonna make a mushroom gravy, and we're gonna start off by putting some oil in the pan at about medium heat.
All right, got our oil in.
Yeah. And in the oil, we're just gonna put some, this is about 1/4 of a cup of onions.
All right, just chopped up.
Chopped onions, I have everything ready already.
Okay.
This is about a tablespoon of garlic. And we're gonna put some salt and pepper in there, and that you can add to taste.
And is that just however much you feel that you want in there, or is there a set amount?
You can just put however much you think is necessary in there. And we're gonna add about 3/4 teaspoon of thyme.
All right.
And we're gonna cook this and just let the onions brown a little bit.
Okay. Starts making a little sauce.
Yeah, it's gonna sizzle, and the oil in it will bring out some liquids in the onions and everything. So it's gonna start popping.
All right. It smells good. I know y'all can't smell it, but it smells great.
This should probably cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
So,
And you're just steady stirring it?
You have to keep stirring it or else the onions will sit too long on that hot surface and it'll burn the onions real fast.
All right.
Or it'll brown onions and then the other onions will be raw. So just stirring it helps it cook evenly.
Keep it even.
And these are just about cooked. We're gonna go ahead and add some of the sliced mushrooms. Like I said, everything's already sliced and cut like they need to be.
Pre-prepared. And how much onions are you, or not onions, mushrooms are you putting in there?
Not much. It just depends on how much you prefer.
Okay. So just based on how much pasta and everything you're cooking, just portion?
Right. Portion size and if you like that mushroom flavor. And these are bigger, so you don't have to add as much.
Okay. Now, say somebody back home doesn't like mushrooms, can they leave it out and it still be fine, or is it the mushrooms like a need?
You could. It would be kind of just gravy.
Gotcha.
I feel so.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and add some more oil in here.
All right. So the oil, there's no like set amount you need, it's just to keep it liquidy?
Yeah, it's just to make sure everything cooks right and doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan too much.
Gotcha.
But once they start getting tender, we'll go ahead and put the red wine vinegar in.
Okay. Now, we're gonna take a quick break while these mushrooms and everything cooks, and we're gonna come right back.
Okay, students, you have your test. There's no talking during the test. When you're through, hand it in, please. Thank you.
All right, we're back here to BPSTIL Bites with Chef Natalie. Let's finish up on our gravy.
So it looks like our mushrooms are just about done. We're gonna go ahead and add this red wine vinegar.
How much do you think that is?
This is about a tablespoon.
Okay.
The smell is gonna get really, really strong,
Okay.
really, really fast. It might burn your eyes.
All
so just a warning.
All right.
That's usually how it is working with vinegar.
Yeah.
So, and that's just gonna add a little bit more flavor to, because it all evaporates out. It's just gonna leave some flavor behind.
There you go.
Then once that's done, because it doesn't take long for it to evaporate out, we're gonna go ahead and add our flour.
How much about?
This is about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
We're not gonna add all of it right now. We're gonna kind of make a bit of a roux.
Okay.
And then we're gonna switch over to a whisk. And slowly pour in our chicken broth. And the reason we do it slowly is so that all of that flour mixes up and it prevents clumps. So that way you don't have like a big clump of flour when you're trying to eat it.
So slowly pour in the chicken broth and whisk it around. And how much chicken broth do you need? Just what looks right, or?
You can go ahead and add as much as you want.
Okay.
I really don't have to add anything more if I don't want to. It just depends on how thick you want your gravy.
Okay. So this would be like brown gravy. So if you add other stuff, it's gonna be more whitish gravy, or?
The color isn't much gonna change
Okay.
because of the vegetables and everything.
All right.
This is gonna be a bit darker
Okay.
because we let the mushrooms cook for longer than normal.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a bit darker, but it's still gonna work and it's still gonna be pretty good.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go ahead and add our cream.
That's
This
just
is
whipping
half
cream?
a cup of cream.
Okay.
And 1/2 cup of Parmesan. And that's gonna thicken it up also.
Okay.
So, and it's also gonna bring out different colors and flavors. So
what kind of flavor, like if you could describe the end taste, what do you think that would be?
well, it's very mushroomy. It's gonna have, you'll be able to taste that vinegar, not too strong. It's gonna have a bit of pepper. It's got a lot of layers.
Okay.
So,
Just an explosion of flavor.
yeah. And then we'll let that rest for about 15 minutes.
All right. Now, while we're letting that rest, what are we gonna do?
We are going to move it over
We're gonna go straight to our pasta.
and we're gonna go straight to the pasta.
And how long does that have to boil?
Not long because this is fresh pasta, so
Okay.
it'll only take about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Probably not gonna add all of it.
All right.
So, while that cooks, we're gonna turn down the heat on this.
All right. Just turning down the heat on this while it's simmering. And how long does that have to simmer usually?
10 to 15 minutes maybe.
All right.
It really just depends. Like, you can serve it. I mean, right now it's a good texture. It's not too thick, not too thin. It would be able to lay over the pasta really nicely.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could serve it now if you want. So whenever that pasta is done, we'll have gravy to go with it.
We're just gonna plate it as soon as the pasta's done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so we're gonna let that finish cooking and let the pasta finish, and we'll be right back.
I started the culinary class so I could broaden my horizons on how to become a proper sous chef and learn how to become what I want to be in the future.
The culinary class is a level 1, level 2 class right now, and a level 3. In level 1, they're working on chicken fabrication, stocks and sauces, and it's based on traditional French cooking.
You have to learn how to properly do things, how to properly sharpen your knife, how to do specific cuts, how to cook things at certain temperatures, certain amounts of ingredients to put into a certain food. It's a very fun experience.
All right, welcome back. We're now ready to plate everything, so if you could walk us through everything that's about to go on.
Okay, so we have our chicken ready, we have our gravy, and it's done. Would you like to taste the gravy before I start?
Sure, whatever you want.
Careful, it's hot.
Alright. Oh yeah, that is really great.
Is it?
Really good, yeah.
Awesome. So, now that
That's great. I want somebody to do that.
now that we know it tastes good, We're gonna go ahead and take our chicken. We're gonna start plating.
So we've pulled the chicken out of the oven already. It's ready straight out of the oven. All right.
Whew.
All right. I've never had homemade noodles before, so I'm excited to try this.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
And then we can take our gravy and just pour it right over it.
All right. Okay, so
And that's all.
this is our final product. What's it called?
Just a mushroom gravy over pasta with roasted chicken.
All right, there you have it. All right, we're gonna taste it now?
Yes.
All right. All right, and we're gonna bring somebody out of the audience to taste this as well. If you can run over who that is.
Our special guest today is gonna be my father. This is Elton Gray. And he's gonna be tasting it with us,
All right.
so.
You can go ahead and do the honors first.
Do I get to eat some of the chicken too?
Yeah. Got knives over there if you want to go
wow.
for that.
Delicious. I want some of that chicken.
Oh yeah, and the chicken looks nicely cooked, so.
Oh yeah, that is really good.
So we've got some good feedback.
Home, this is my lunch.
It's a big old bite.
I'm really happy with that.
Oh my gosh. That is some good food, y'all. It's really creamy. You can really taste all the elements, like you said, in the gravy. It really brings it out. You happy with that?
I'm very happy with it.
All right. So, thank you for tuning in to BPSTIL Bites. I'm your host, Hallie Santignan, and we're here with Chef Natalie today. We'll see you next time.